Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Chicago Bears. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 18-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. 2 yards the loss there, now 3rd and 14. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Their own 47-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He'll throw from the gun. Caught left side, Williams. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Take this one down to about the 40. Sean Davis that time on the tackle.
He's brought down by
a nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Jackson.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, Want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now the second down throw on target. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At the 47-yard
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Foles. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 52 yards.
52 yards.
The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Locke. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's football 101, isn't it? Tip your cap to the rookie. He knocked that one away, but he better not relax. They're going to test him all game long.
Foles. He's going to go up top again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Block working out of the gun. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
First quarter with no score.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now Dogala. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Down by Sean Davis. It's
2nd and 7 from the 20.
Up 2nd and 7 at the Bears' 20-yard line.
Throwing is Dogala. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
9 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. This one, losing yardage back at the 12. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 12-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. back to the ground now with Gordon. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. Here's Dolgala. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Jordan Evans coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, 1st down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. The tight end, Dalton Keene, the target. And it's 2nd down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Boston Scott, his first carry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Boston Scott, the ball carrier.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Check 59, Mike is 59. Let's go, D. Let's go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
First and goal at the 1. Off the option, that's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From a yard out, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. We don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board.
Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really gotten out of the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. Who knows? The way their defenses play, that touchdown might even hold up until the end.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, Looks like an extra step was involved.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41, and the Bears take over
at their own 41-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 2nd and 11. And he fires one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff, try to impress your locker room, and most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. But now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. but they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And now here's a carry heading left. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives nowhere to go. Here, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
The drive starts with a completion left side, and he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. So that'll back him up 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. And Mantrell talking about singing something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
McManus to kick off for Denver.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. 6 man.
Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Mike Ford in on the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the Bears' 5-yard line.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Ball carrier.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The kick by McManus is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So after 2 unsuccessful attempts, this time he's able to find the range, and he gets his guys the lead.
And we wondered whether those 2 misses would come back to haunt him. They still might, but at least he's able to get some sort of redemption and get his guys back in front.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
43 is the mic.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
That's good for a Chicago Bears.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now they try the right side here. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Looking deep downfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's 2nd and 8. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, but especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The Bears on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Escaping the pressure right. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
43 is the mic.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. That's going to be caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Returnable here for Davis. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Number 49. A gain of 19 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Now Dogala. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Broncos.
Throwing is Dogala. Able to get this to Gordon. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Had his hands on it, but dropped it.
Incomplete.
The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
3rd down. And 8 yards to go.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Dolgala. back with one complete. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
First down, Denver.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
The 15-yard line.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, you got to have some urgency here. You got to get the guys back to the line of scrimmage, but the problem is they're all 30 yards downfield after that play.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. Steps away to his left. Looking for the end zone. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while? And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 34.
They're not even trying
and
to do
he
anything.
will score. Touchdown, Chicago. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Returnable here for Davis. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this fourth quarter. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching.